A sto giro è finalmente pronta la clip dell'intervista a Fat Joe. Vai Joy Crack, diglielo cavo.
Critics to doubt me, always talking about me. I got the fuck out New York, took my talents to South Beach.
I have 2 projects I'm doing. Right, I have a Fat Joe collabs album coming out probably in the summer, and I have a mixtape coming out called Dark Side 3. Dark Side 3 is like the stuff my real fans, hardcore hip hop fans love Fat Joe for, and I give that free. I put it on the computer for free so the fans could love it and they could just get in that zone. So I give you like my hit music, and then I give you my I Want to Kill You music on the dark side, and people love it.
Anita Baker plays in the back now. I'm in the kitchen, crackheads in the background.
A friend of mine told me, Joe, why don't you just do a collab album? Like, it'd be crazy. And I'm like, for real, that's not a real album. And they like, nah, that's an album, and you're gonna put together a bunch of hits, you know, do it together. So I was like, you know what? I mean, it sounds like a great idea, let's do it.
Kilo of gold from King Tut's tomb.
A lot of big collaborations. I got everybody from Mary J. Blige on there to Trey Songz to Wiz Khalifa, Future, just a bunch of collabs. Just big, a lot of hits.
Side at the Nick game, who the dom?
Well, the vibe, you know, I mean, you pretty know the answer to this. The vibe in Europe is extra special because they really appreciate the artist more. They appreciate the art form even more. I guess us in the U.S., we're so spoiled because the music not only comes from there, but the rappers come from there. So, you know, you might see a rapper walking down the street like nothing somewhere. And like over here, like they don't get to see all the rappers like when they want. So when they see them, it's like a big event. And, you know, I appreciate the love that, you know, the fans in Europe have for hip hop.
It took 8 Keys and Jay-Z to get the city poppin' now. Rob Bass, Snoop Dogg to get it rockin' now. Big money talking Mayweather Pacquiao. Gucci socked up cause he can't hide coppin' now.
You know, that's what I enjoy most about this whole rap thing is performing. And when I see the crowd go crazy, then I remember where I wrote the song, and sometimes I get flashbacks of when I was like 12 years old writing raps, and that gives me the most enjoyment performing. And the other day we performed in Naples, Italy, and it was just so many kids, and it was like maybe 5,000 people all on the walls everywhere, and they was going crazy, and this was like an ill hip hop vibe. And so I enjoyed it as a performer, as an artist, but when I went to the hotel that night and I just like reflecting back, I was in my room by myself like thinking about it, and I was just like, I closed my eyes, and when I came out, I seen them going crazy, like Fat Joe's in Naples, right? And then I was just like, I try to feel like them. So I thought of Slick Rick. Like when I used to go to a show and see Slick Rick come out with the gold chains, and I'd be like, oh, Slick Rick. And then it goes crazy, so I try to, you know, feel that vibe.
Like the rage, you might get your own raid. Run up in it like a halfback from the Raiders. Bring a halfback, anything for that paper. 2 dope Fanta, Avatar Bluto. Sparks out of space, yeah, we call that bitch Pluto. Young living legend in the hood, I'm a hero. That minute 14 like a guitar hero. Came a long way from that toilet bowl.
E insomma, il buon Fat Joe quando è arrivato qua in Italia ha ricevuto un bel po' di calore, però noi ne abbiamo approfittato e gli abbiamo chiesto quali secondo lui sono i nomi degli artisti e gli MC più forti attualmente sulla scena, e lui ovviamente ce ne ha elencati un po', tra cui Fred e Godson, di cui per sbaglio prima abbiamo mandato il video. Vai Fat Joe, vai!
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind or die from last shout.
Young boys like Kendrick Lamar, like A$AP Rocky, like French Montana, Meek Mills, they all got it on fire right now. You know, Fred the Godson, we gotta watch out for him. He's real talented, and just, you know, I love the energy of hip hop, you know, these days, and what the vibe is.
I got 100 ways to make a grip. Yes, I'm from New York, New York. And you can tell I get real ignorant. Cause nigga, I'm from New York, New York. And this this is how we do.
I learned from watching. And, you know, it was different back then. Not so much violence, not so much, you know, hip hop was way more informative. You know, Public Enemy and KRS-One dropping knowledge. And back then, hip hop was very informative. They would have like seminars, hip hop seminars, where you could go see Chuck D and Dougie Fresh and all your favorite artists, Chubb Rock, and they would do like panels, hip hop panels, like we doing now, but a panel where you could ask questions and learn. So I would sit back and I would just be there like a student. It's almost like college and learn from them. Like, oh, word, for real? And you know, just going from hip hop show to hip hop show and seeing everybody perform and see how they interact with the crowd, see how they got the crowd crazy and, you know, just study.
It took 8 keys and Jay-Z to get the city poppin' now. Rob Bass, Snoop Dogg to get it rockin' now. Big money talking Mayweather, Pacquiao. Gucci socked up cause he can't hide toppin' now.
The graffiti will never die, man. Graffiti is like an underworld culture that if you love graffiti, you see it. If you don't, like my moms and pops, they don't see graffiti. They just go to the corner store, they drive, whatever. I drive and I see graffiti. Like I know I left France and I was looking at Souls. I know I was looking at Rest. I was looking at a bunch of different writers that was killing stuff all over, and I was like, oh man, this dude is killing. This dude is killing, but normal people wouldn't even look at it, you know? And you know, I tried to do graffiti in France yesterday on the trains, but it rained. And Macho was like, yo, I don't know, Joe. I was like, yo, B, the trains is wet, man, but I want to kill it out here because France got so much graffiti. I was catching like a crack attack. I was looking at all the graffiti on the highways and all that, and I was like, man, I want to go hit some shit, man. Fuck that.
Fuck all you critics that doubt me, always talking about me. I got the fuck out of New York, took my talents to Southeast.
The core values of hip hop. For one, you gotta be hot. You know, rappers stop me all day, listen to my song, but a lot of them ain't really hot like that. I wish you would learn your history. Like, I know my history, like I know where we came from. So the young boys now, they gotta learn where they came from. You know, I don't see that a lot in hip hop, where they do know. And you just gotta respect the culture, man. Just don't treat it like a whore, you know? You gotta respect the culture, man. You gotta respect the culture, and you gotta, you know, take it to the next level. This ain't something you just do for money. This is something you really preserve and you really love, you know what I'm saying, and you take care of. Because a lot of people paved the way for us, you know?
Like Lord, this sick, got 4 chains on. Does that make me different? And the angels sing.
Mitico Feggio, 40 anni, ragazzi, ancora voglia di andare a pittare in giro, bombardare i treni, andare a fare i pezzi, andare a grattare nei club, fai bene Feggio. Ed è finito lo show, a grande richiesta Feggio, freestyle per The Flow. Un saluto da Marco Mix, big up Drake, grazie. Noi ci vediamo domani, ospite live qui a Occupy DJ The Flow, Mondo Marcio. Un saluto.
You know, I said she was my honey boo-boo. I lost her in Honolulu. The black diamonds like black magic. I call that voodoo. You know how we do to you, you wouldn't even know. Caught her walking to the corner store and then I beat it up. Pretty brown round girl, what's up? You already know it's us. The diamonds is a dead giveaway. They always give us. Rolex on my wrist, man. I'ma fuck your bitch, then. If I hit your bitch is gonna end up missing. Listen. Yeah, all right. Shout out to The Flow. This is Flow Joe, and you are tuned into The Flow.